In this today's session, we are going to discuss about parallel resonance, or one more name for that is anti-resonance. A parallel circuit is said to be in resonance when applied voltage and resulting current are in phase. That gives the what unity power factor condition. So a circuit is said to be nothing but a parallel circuit is said to be in resonance. This condition has to satisfy. What is that condition? Applied voltage and resulting current both should be in phase. That gives the what unity power factor conditions. So let us consider a parallel resonance circuit as shown here. The resistor RL is connected in series with the inductor L. Through this branch, current IL is flowing, and in parallel with capacitor, through this branch, current IC is flowing. So applied voltage is we applied the voltage V. Okay. Now let us calculate the admittance of a branch containing L and RL. So we have to calculate admittance for the branch containing RL and L. So that is indicated by the notation Y suffix L. Okay. Y is stands for representing a admittance. L is nothing but we are calculating admittance across the branch containing L. Because of that reason, notation is YL. So 1 divided by this branch contains the resistor RL in series with the inductor L. So the reactance across the inductor is represented by XL. So because of that reason, YL equal to 1 divided by RL plus J into XL. It is the admittance of a branch containing inductor. Now let us multiply the numerator and denominator by RL minus JXL. So the numerator becomes 1 into this much remains same RL minus JXL, and to the denominator RL plus JXL multiplied by RL minus JXL. RL into RL it becomes RL square, plus into minus minus J into J square. J square is what? J square is minus 1. So minus 1 into minus it becomes plus XL square. So because of that reason, we are rewriting the this one as XL means we know that XL equal to omega L. So this becomes after simplification RL minus J omega L divided by RL square plus omega square L square. Okay, represent it as a equation 1. Now go for calculation of admittance of the branch containing the capacitor C. That is indicated by the notation YC. YC equal to 1 divided by minus JXC. 1 by J is written as a minus J. 1 minus 1 divided by minus J is written as a plus J. So it becomes plus J divided by XC. XC is what? 1 by omega C. Substitute, hence the admittance of the branch containing C becomes J omega C. That is represented as equation number 2. Now, total admittance of the parallel circuit. So total admittance is calculated by addition of the admittance of a branch containing L, that is YL, adding with YC. Hence Y equal to YL plus YC. Add equation 1 and 2. So what we are getting? We are getting like this. And what we are doing here, we are separating the real part and imaginary part. After that, real part is written here, that is RL divided by R square L plus omega square L square, plus I will take the J term common. If I take J term common, left with what? Omega C minus omega L divided by RL square plus omega square L square. So this is represented as equation number 3. Now from this equation, we can say that we know one point, we have to remember one point. At resonance, imaginary part, that is susceptance, this is the imaginary part, becomes 0. This point we have to remember. At resonance, imaginary part, this is the imaginary part, or we can say susceptance becomes 0. Hence, let the resonant frequency is for a parallel resonant circuit is denoted as a WAR. AR stands for anti-resonance. Okay, that is indicated as thus at resonance omega equal to omega AR. Now move on to the next topic, that is nothing but making the imaginary part 0. At resonance, as I told, imaginary part becomes 0. Then equation becomes omega AR C minus omega AR L divided by R square L plus omega AR square L square equal to 0. Here omega AR is there, nothing but this part I will take to the RHS time, towards the RHS. So now this omega AR and this one omega AR get cancels, left with what? C equal to L divided by RL square plus omega a omega r square L square. Next, this term I will take to the LHS. It becomes C multiplied by this term, left with what? L. Next, further simplification, I will take C towards RHS. Then RL square I will take towards the RHS, left with what? Omega AR square, that is equal to L by C minus RL square. Now I will take L square towards RHS. L by C multiplied by 1 by L square, it becomes 1 divided by LC minus RL square divided by L square. We know that omega equal to 2 pi f. Similarly, omega AR we can write it as 2 pi FAR, anti-resonant frequency. Except FAR remaining term, that is 2 pi, I will take towards the RHS side. Hence, the resonant frequency FAR is written as 1 divided by 2 pi square root of 1 by LC minus RL square by L square, represented as equation number 5. Now, equation 5 is called as the resonant frequency for the parallel circuit. Let us take next topic, that is calculation of impedance for the parallel circuit. The impedance of the circuit can be obtained by putting susceptance, or we can say imaginary part, equal to 0. So that is given as y equal to, y indicates admittance of the circuit, z indicates impedance of the circuit. We know the relation y equal to 1 by z. So z is nothing but what? Z is already we know, that is as per this previous equation. What is that? Here, this is what the susceptance. This part is 0. If this part is 0, what happens? Y equal to RL divided by RL square plus omega square L square. Same thing I written here. That is y equal to RL divided by RL square plus omega square L square. But we want impedance. Take the reciprocal of this one. Then Z equal to reciprocal of this one, that is RL square plus omega square L square divided by RL. Okay. Then already we discussed here, that is RL square plus omega AR square plus L square equal to L by C is there. If you substitute in this impedance equation, L by C divided by RL, then what happens? It becomes L divided by C into RL. L divided by C into RL. What happens? Impedance of the parallel circuit is what? L divided by CRL. So same thing I am writing here. Hence, impedance of the circuit ZAR equal to L divided by C into RL, represented as equation number 7. Now comparing from equation 6, from the previous equation, what we have? RL square plus omega AR square L square equal to L by C we have, correct? Now let us take the RL from this common from this term. From the LHS, what we are getting? RL square taking common, left with what? 1 plus omega AR square L square divided by RL square. That is equal to L by C, because from this entire equation what we taken? RL taken common. Okay. Next, L by C, RL square taken common. Next, I will multiply nothing but this one term RL I will take towards the RHS. So if I take only one RL, left with RL multiplied by 1 plus, this is what? We know that quality factor Q equal to omega L by what? R. So if you are representing in terms of anti-resonance, omega AR into L divided by RL. So this is the quality factor. Same thing I am using here. So omega AR L divided by RL. This is quality factor. Both all are squares. So it becomes what? Q naught square. Hence RL multiplied by 1 plus Q naught square is equal to L divided by C into RL. L divided by C into RL is what? It is the impedance of the circuit. Hence I will represent as the impedance of the circuit. So from this expression, we can say that ZAR equal to L divided by C into RL, that is equal to RL multiplied by 1 plus Q naught square. Okay, Q naught square. So this is called as dynamic resistance. This is called as dynamic resistance. It means when the coil resistance RL is small, the dynamic resistance of the parallel circuit becomes high. So we know impedance and the current are reciprocal each other, vice versa, nothing but both are indirectly proportional. It means that the impedance of the parallel circuit approaches maxima and the resultant current to minima at resonant frequency. So because of this reason, this type of circuit is called as resistor circuit. Okay, this point you have to remember. Next, move on to the numericals on parallel resonant circuit. Let us take one example, simple example. If R equal to 25 ohm, L equal to 0.5 Henry, C equal to 5 microfarad, find the omega AR, Q and bandwidth for this circuit. So we know the formula for that. Omega AR equal to square root of 1 by LC minus R square by L square. All the values we know, all the values are given. So simple thing is what? Direct substitution of the values. L is substituted, that is 0.5 Henry, multiplied by C. C is what? 5 microfarad. 5 microfarad means, micro means 10 raised to minus 6. 5 into 10 raised to minus 6 minus R square. R is given, that is 25. 25 square divided by 0.5 square. So doing the simplification, we will get omega R equal to 630 630.476 radians per second. So we know omega R equal to 2 pi FAR. So what about FAR, resonant frequency for the parallel circuit? FAR equal to omega AR divided by 2 pi. Hence, this one already we calculated, that is 630.476 divided by 2 pi. Do the simplification by using calculator, you will get 100.343 hertz. Similarly, calculate the quality factor. Quality factor, we have the formula omega R multiplied by L divided by R. All the values already we know. Omega R is what? 630.476 multiplied by L. L is what? 0.5 Henry divided by R. R is given, that is 25, and do the multiplication for the numerator divided by 25. Then after doing the simplification by using calculator, we are getting the answer as a 12.6095 as a quality factor. And the last parameter for this problem is calculation of bandwidth. Bandwidth is calculated as bandwidth equal to FAR divided by quality factor. FAR is resonant frequency, we calculated, that is 100.343 hertz, and divide by what? Quality factor, that is 20. What is that? Quality factor is 12.6095. So 100.343 divided by 12.6095. Do the simplification by using calculator. We are getting an answer as 7.9577 hertz. This is the for bandwidth. This is about the problem. And one more problem we will take. Find the value of R1. Find the value of R1 such that the circuit given in the below figure is resonant. Here one circuit is given. In this circuit, uh, R1 we have to calculate. R1 is connected in series with the inductor J6 ohm. That is in parallel with the 10 ohm in series with the minus J4 ohm capacitor. So first we will calculate the total admittance of the circuit. Then we have to calculate resistor R1 value. So for this circuit, the total admittance of the circuit is given by C. Admittance across this branch and plus the admittance across this branch we have to calculate. So admittance across this branch, that is YL, I will indicate because inductor is there, and the admittance across this branch I will indicate as a YC because capacitor is there. So YT equal to total admittance equal to YL plus YC. YL stands for the admittance of the branch containing inductor. YC stands for the admittance of the branch containing capacitor. So we know the basic ratio, that is Y equal to 1 by Z. Z stands for impedance. Here ZL stands for impedance across inductor. ZC stands for impedance of the capacitor. So YL equal to what? 1 by ZL. YC equal to what? 1 by ZC. Now substitute the values. ZL, what is ZL? R1 plus J6. Fine. Next, what is ZC? 10 minus J4. Next, I will rationalize these two terms. Nothing but for this first term, I will multiply the numerator and denominator by R1 minus J6. Then we are getting the answer as R1 minus J6 divided by R1 square plus 36. Similarly, here for this term, I will multiply the numerator and denominator by 10 plus j4. It becomes 10 plus j4 divided by 10 into 10, that is 100 uh, plus 16. So separate the real part and imaginary part from this equation. Then we are getting uh, r1 r1 divided by r1 square plus 36, okay, plus 10 by 100 plus 16 is, that is 116, plus j term is what, here I have taken the plus j term common, then it becomes 4 divided by 116 minus 6 divided by r1 square plus 36. So here I separated the real part and the imaginary part. And as per the resonance, we know that at resonance the susceptance, or we can say imaginary part, is 0, becomes 0. So the imaginary part is this much, the terms, the values which are present in this square bracket are becomes equating to the 0. So as per the statement of the resonance, I am going to equate this term to 0, that is 4 by 16 116 minus 6 divided by r1 square plus 36 equal to 0. Do simplification, this term take it towards the RHS side. 4 by 116, that is equal to 6 by r1 square plus 36. Okay, for the simplification, I will take this one towards the LHS. R1 square plus 36 equal to 6 divided by 4. One more step I will write. R1 square plus 36 is equal to 6 into 116 divided by 4. So do the multiplication and divide by 4, and we are getting the answer as 174 as the RHS term. Next, R1 square equal to what? 174 minus 36, that is 138. So hence R1 equal to square root of this one, we are getting 11.7473 ohms. This is about the numerical on the parallel resonant circuit. Let us take this as an example and write the answers in the comment box. Determine RL and R4 that causes the circuit to be resonant at all the frequencies for the circuit shown below. This is the circuit. RL we have to calculate, and R4 we have to calculate. R4 and RC we can say. This is RC. Determine the RL and RC such that causes the circuit to be resonant at all the frequencies. RL and RC we have to calculate. Inductor 5 milliamp is given. Capacitor 20 microfarad is given. And tell me the value of RL and RC. Calculate the value of RL and RC. Very simplest uh, method is there to get the solution for this. Let us take the help of properties of parallel resonant circuit. There we can say RL equal to RC, that is equal to what? Square root of LC. So square root of L by C means, I will give you the answer, that is RL and RC are calculated for the parallel resonant circuit for given circuit. RL equal to RC, RL equal to RC, that is equal to square root of L by C. L is given, C is given. Substitute the values of L and C and put the answer in the comment box. Once again, I am repeating for this one. RL and RC is, we have to calculate. RL equal to RC, that is equal to square root of L by C. Substitute the value of L and C and do the calculation and write the answer in the comment box. Thank you.